All right. Let's go find out where all the sex are. What is sex doing? Yep. Oh, can't talk to her. I'm just jumping over the nuns. Where's the door? Where's the door? She said she was going to show us around and then she disappeared. Might be easier to see it this way. Come on. There she is. We'll go to the gallery on the second floor from here. What? Revelations? Oh, wait! Sorry to try to jump over you. My bad. Walk this way. Come on, come on. Let us through the door. I don't think the puppo likes my voice acting. He took off. This is the observation gallery where we watch the sex from above. How magnificent. Oh, so sorry. How magnificent. If we ever got scolded for the pranks as kids, Bart and I used to hide here. Hey, stop telling those old stories. It's embarrassing. But to me, Bart hasn't changed much since then. What? You mean that you think I'm still a kid? I wonder how that's gonna play. Whoa, lag. The camera angle in here is really cool. Like, you can definitely feel the majesty of the place, which is nice. I wonder if that's gonna play later too. Oh, foreshadowing. I like the view from here the best. It's the, what is it? Is it Adam and God? What's the painting in the Sistine Chapel? The finger touching. Whoa, sorry. I just unplugged my controller. I did not know that would cause it to pause. Yes, this is breathtaking. Light from the outside shining through the stained glass of the cathedral's front. What a brilliant piece of artistry this is. Orthodox also just pointed that out in the chat. Did you notice that the two great angels only have one wing each? It's a one-winged angel. According to a legend handed down from Nissan, God could have created humans perfectly, but then humans would not have helped each other. So that is what these great single-winged angels symbolize. In order to fly, they are dependent on one another. Ugh. Also, if they cast Nova, you're kind of screwed if you don't have a ribbon. So that's the reason for it? I see. On further inspection, the left angel looks somewhat masculine, while the right one looks somewhat feminine. Now that is an unusual feature, is it not? Usually these depictions are not gender specific, but these angels are clearly distinguishable as having opposite genders. Oh boy, Satan, you want to talk? We're gonna have a gender conversation right now? And the space between them is the path from where God advents. Advent angels? Oh! Advent children? What? Or could it be that the path leading to God? Well, I did that kind of on accident, but I really like that Satan would pronounce it G-A-W-D. God. Well, I don't know. It could be either or even both. Or nothing at all. Or everything. Now I see. This is all coincides with the teachings of Nissan. What about Toyota? Ha 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 ha! Why, Dr. Satan Yuzuki, you're an amusing fellow. Excuse me. It's just a habit of mine. The doc knows a lot about a lot of things. Get it? DC Junkie! And they still fight each other, giving a shit about helping each other? That's right. There's so it's a lot of fun for me knowing what this game, the themes that this game gets into, and the baseline they're laying for a lot of it, it's really good. Knox, when you say you see this game's ambition, that's one thing that I'll eventually start breaking down too as we get a little bit further in, because the scope of this game is absolutely amazing, and the fact that the creator never really got to see it completely visualized is pretty rough. And then that bleeds into the Xenosaga, the scope of Xenosaga, and then not being able to get to see that come to fruition until finally you get to Xenoblade Chronicles, where finally, like, they let him loose. And I would say probably Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the first time that the guy who worked on this game finally just, like, let him go, let him create what he wants to create. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is off the chains in scope. He would have made perfect humans, but they were flawed. Just wait, Captain. Just you wait. Sometimes I can't even understand what he's talking about. He knows a lot of things about a lot of things. Ha! Forcing them to fly together? It would be less bothersome if they could fly on their own. Don't you think, Faye? Bart, you missed the deeper meaning and beauty of it. Someday, I wish I could be of help to someone like that. Faye, third wheel, why don't you move out of the way? Oh, haven't you visited the room of Sophia yet? You're really supposed to go through some procedures before you can see it. It's a whole, we have to check your thetan levels, and then you have to donate a certain amount of money, and then you get to go see the Sophia. But this time I think it will be alright if I make a special exception. Sophia? Sophia! Yes, Sophia. Ah, man, that episode of Walking Dead Season 2 with Sophia? Still punches me in the face. She is revered as the founding mother of the Nissan Nation. When I had in 1998, when I got my first Nissan Stanza, which was a 1988 Nissan Stanza, and it was the first car I ever had, I was the founder of the Nissan Nation. And the founder of the Nissan religion that set forth its teachings. There's a special room upstairs that has a portrait of Mother Sophia in it. I would definitely like to view that. Faye, let us have a look at it, please. Well, you don't need my permission, jeez. That's what I heard about the ambition faltering in Gears, just never looked into it. By the way, how far are you into this game? I am less than 10 hours in, and I would say, if we were talking percentage-wise, probably about 15%. Good guy, Takahashi. Hey, DC Junkie. That's a little reference. Oh, why are we walking? Why are we walking? There's something that happens in this game, Nox, that is the epitome of not being able to see your dream fulfilled. And a lot of people have talked about it, but I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it yet. But there are certain elements that you can see, like for me, the status screen, like I got the equipment screen, like I got this item earlier, the Ether Veiler, which doubles my elemental defense, but you can see down there on my Ether defense, it doesn't do anything. So is elemental defense different than Ether defense? I don't know, like it just doesn't seem completely flushed out. Also, it looks pretty generic. It looks like a beta build. The gear screen is a little bit better. But again, the equipment is just kind of basic. What a build? Oh, that's that. While I'm here, not equip status. Not abilities. How do I look? Is it skills? Oh, there's my death blows. Okay. I'm 64% into Hagen. 15% in 10 hours sounds yeah, sounds usual. Yeah, it's, I would say that like a straightforward front to back is 40 to 50 hours. If you really try to break into it and do all the side stuff, you could definitely bump this game up to 80. Oh, that's a familiar symbol. We've seen that before. Indiana Jones used it to find the Ark. Why does Faye stand on everything? Oh my, what an exquisite portrait. And the beautiful young lady portrayed is quite beyond comparison too. We can't compare her to anybody. What is more, this looks rather familiar. Satani just realized that you said it looks familiar but is also incomparable. What do you think, Faye? Yes, I was just thinking the same thing. The hair is different color, but the atmosphere or personality about her is exactly the same. Remember, Faye's a painter. What? Hair color? What do you mean? What do I mean? Look. It's the girl I met in the forest. It's Ellie. I mean, there's something about her that's just like Ellie. You don't think so? Well, show us the painting, please. Yes! Now that you mention it, she does resemble Ellie. It's incomparable. But that is not what I was talking about. I meant that the brush techniques and the overall style used in this picture is similar to yours. Really? It is more of a north-south thing than an east-west thing. Look at that Mona Lisa smile. Hot. Does it? First of all, I'm nowhere near as good as an artist. No, it's very similar to your style. But somehow I can sense an atmosphere of sadness in this picture. She is smiling, but in a way that gives the impression that she is anxious. Perhaps the picture is reflecting her inner self? Ah, geez, or perhaps this is the inner feelings of the artist being conveyed. If you look at it closely, you'll notice that the painting is not completely finished. They were gonna put some Joker lips on her, you can tell. But the artist put his brushes down when he was near completion. Why is that? I don't know. I think it has something to do with the religious sects outside. I'm gonna get this painting one day. That would be awesome. Spoiler alert, this painting becomes a thing. I don't know, but my grandmother might have known about it. But now she's dead. Oh wait, what if we ask Agnes? She might know something. Welcome in, Super. I don't know which Super RPG friend you are, but welcome into the stream. All right then, I'll be with Sister Agnes. Oh, well, we shall head back to the town for now. Yes, all right. But this painting has caught my curiosity. Now my attention. It's pretty much always Woodman. All right, welcome in, Frank. Do you mind if I speak to Sister Agnes, or we head back to the town? Wait, was Woodman Frank or Joey? One's Forrest. No, it's Frank. Right, Frank. Because you're a big Xenogears fan. Sorry about all the shifting I had to do. My leg fell asleep. There we go. Look at me go. Do you mind if I speak to Sister Agnes before we head back to town? Yeah, okay. We'll stop by her room on the way out. Then you'll get all the religious sex you want. Whoa. Oh boy. Lycan Rock. Oh, Lycan Rock. Is there something wrong, Faye? You look like you're daydreaming. Huh? No, it's nothing. Did you also notice that the necklace that she was wearing in the painting? If you recall back to the very beginning of the game, right before Faye went absolutely ham on his whole entire village. Can I jump off? No. he was having like the anime flashback of that pendant swinging back and forth with blood on it. All right, yeah, this is where things get hot. I wonder what kind of person Sophia was. I would have loved to have met her. Are you Sister Agnes? Sup, girl? I understand you were shown Sophia's portrait. The lady portrayed in that picture is Nissan's great founding mother. Some say that it was painted at least 500 years ago. Hey, 500. There we are again. 500 years ago? Now that is quite amazing. Nice round number that keeps popping up for some reason. You guys know that, like, there's that theory where if you have a certain number that's like particularly useful to you, like you always see it around. Like for me, I was always terrified as a child of the when the clock would read 11:34. Because if you have a digital clock and it says 11:34, you turn it upside down and it spells hell. So I was always like terrified of seeing that number on the clock, and it comes around twice a day. But there have been so many times like I've looked down at just walking by and you look at the clock and it's 11:34 right when you look at it. Well, for this game, it's 500. Personally, I find it intriguing. Do you have any historical material from that period? Oh, I haven't had a period in a long time. But in our hands, there is no such records left intact. All records and materials concerning Sophia have been lost. The portrait is the only thing left. We too do not have much knowledge about her. That's too bad. There really is nothing left at all. For someone who has helped Marguerite, I would have loved to share them. But unfortunately, I am unable to help here. Ah, well, none the matter. Please do not worry about it. I was just inquiring. Sorry, my brain broke for a second there. But it does seem somewhat strange. If such a majestic building as this survived historically, then it's likely a scroll or two would remain too. As well. According to the tradition, Sophia was present about, I don't know, just a random number, 500 years ago? She sacrificed herself for the people that has been summoned to be with God. That's all I can tell you. I see. So everything was lost in the darkness of history. Come on. I'll have to look it up for you, Nox. It's definitely a thing. Like, I was like, when I played this game as a kid, I was like, oh, there's got to be they wouldn't let you climb the ladder for no reason. There's got to be a secret up one of these. And guess what? The answer is no. It's just a cool thing. It's just a get out of my way, sister. It's just a cool thing they'll let you do. The animation in this game is so smooth, but in that particular area, it wasn't because lag, because of the scope of the cathedral. So we're going back to town. What are we doing back in town besides just busting, killing time? Hey, you're got over. Preparations should be starting at the border of the Sax country for the charge of the royal capital's army, but a miscalculated move is directed by the enemy is certain to backfire on us, so we'll be taking covert action for a while. On my way there now, but I thought I'd offer a prayer before I go. Thanks for telling me all of your secrets. Nothing back there? Nope. Okay. Whee! It's about to get pretty good. I can't. Not yet. She being adorable? Oh, no. Oh. Aha. Young master, I'm so embarrassed you caught me. So I have you up on my phone while doing things, and I had to pause so I could answer a phone call. I just unpaused it, and sure, something got lost in pause because I heard, get out of my, get out of my sister! Hey, you! Get out of my sister! The people of Nissan were most generous to allow us to rent this house. It has totally walkable streets. Also, there'll be no need to seek lodging at the inn for a while. Also, Master Sigurd wishes a word with you regarding your next move, if he may. Alright, so where's Sig? The good Master Sigurd is waiting for you inside. Okay, thanks. If you'd have just let us walk inside anyway, you wouldn't have had to say that, but alright. We gotta beef up the word count, I guess. Whenever I come, it always calms my heart. Anyway, young master, I want to work out what our plans are from here. What? I added a bunch of words there. I hope you guys don't mind. Alright. But before we do that, there's something I want to ask you. Me? You? Yeah. Why'd it get so quiet? Like, it got weirdly quiet. Get out of here, Satan! This is an AB conversation, so see your way out of it. Sig, what's up with you and that Gebler officer? What's the connection between you and him? You know, you sure know a lot about Gebler for some reason. Beep, 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 beep. This is a Visa MasterCard discussion, so discover your way out. All right, I'll tell you. Me and Satan here. We used to live in Solaris. What? Solaris? Well, I guess like for Bart, that would be a big reveal. Not really so much for us because they kind of like showed us some like different little snippets of them being not from here. You mean where Gebler's from? That's right. No shit. Solaris calls foreigners lambs. They are used as manual labor? Oh. Basically, it's slavery. Slavery? You guys want to talk about slavery? Well, guess what? In Xenogears, we're going to address it. Is that where you met him? Yes. It was there. We worked for the Solaris government for a short while, but we learned to dislike their methods and escaped the first chance we had. You were friends with these people? I met you when I was a kid, and we've been together ever since then. So this would have to have happened before then. Yes, because that's how time works. I probably wouldn't have understood this if I had heard it earlier, but why didn't you think I could deal with it now? Surely you could have told me about this, especially when you had something to do with the people who are backing the Shakan, idiot. I wish you'd told me sooner. There's nothing I can do about that now. But there's one thing I want you to believe. We left Solaris at our own will and for our own reasons. Now they've appeared before us, we can't just sit back and do nothing. If need be, I will give my life to stop them. It's quiet. Too quiet. All right, I understand, but can you elaborate a little more? Sounds like Encyclo is full of breakfast. Where is Solaris? Spam and tater. Man, I need to get some spam. Just because I haven't had it in such a while, I wonder if it'd be really good. Like spam and eggs. Spam and pineapples. There's a lot of good spam things out there you can do. What bugs me is the surface dwellers thing. Solaris is like another location. Like up in the clouds or something. Like, have you ever played Xenoblade Chronicles 1? Yes, well... I love spam. What's Musabi? Ooh, spam Sammy. Oh, hold on. This might be... Etrinak! The capital of Solaris Empire is located in the skies above. Solaris is separated from the land by a dimensional distortion field known as gates. Passing between the two requires special means of transportation, such as an airship. Make that for your next challenge. Oh, speaking of challenge, I think I put a... Yeah, why... The Dutch baby got it. I did put up a new community challenge for everybody. I don't know why the Dutch baby one is still there. Let's see if I can get rid of that. That was a fun challenge, by the way. There's channel points, manage. Mark is complete. Oh, there you go. Okay, Dutch babies are gone. Dutch babies are gone. Yeah, but I'm gonna give you guys a chance to pick my next game. So you can contribute some points to that. And I'll figure out how to do it. It'll either be a poll through Twitter or on the Discord. Probably the Discord, because that way the Discord is like the people who, the most loyal. I'm not saying you have to join my Discord, but interact mostly there outside of the stream. But if you're a part of the stream right now, you can donate towards some channel points towards that, and then let you guys pick my next game. And I'm sure whatever you pick, it's going to be phenomenal. Okay, wait. To get to Ava, we stowed away on a regular flight to the surface. I came much later than Sigurd did. Sigurd. Always coming first. But I escaped on the same way. What are lambs? Surface dwellers. Come on, man. That is the word Solarians use to indicate those who live on the earth. As I said before, such surface dwellers or earth dwellers are used for manual labor there. Manual labor could be anything from soldiers to administrative jobs. Solaris gathers its workforce from land dwellers. Jobs are divided up by who are most suitable. Hey, Frank, are you still here? And anybody else who's played this game before? And for those who haven't played this game, I just realized something. Get out your notebooks, open up a file on your computer, open up the notes on your phone, and I just want to point out that at this point in time, when we're talking about Solaris and the lambs, that completely out of the blue, because of what Encyclo had for breakfast, we were talking about spam. Don't read into it. Don't read into it yet. I just want you to make a note that as we were talking about Solaris, you guys also started talking about spam. All right. Solarians gather its workforce from the land dwellers. Jobs are divided up by who's the most suitable. Sometimes people are brainwashed. Brainwashed? Brainwashed. When you, young master, were still an infant, I was used to test subject where I was probably something they valued inside of me. They said, let me get in that, Sigurd. You too, Doc? No. I was born in the lower city levels. It's not a complete secret. But I guess I'm a Solarian. You see, you still need people to run a country. No matter how scientifically advanced you are, you have no support without the people. Pure Solarians are rare. Everybody else we just call muggles or lambs. I guess lambs is muggles. They would not even make a quarter of Ava's total population, so they support their country by stealing surface dwellers. I guess that is a good Because what are lambs? They're earth dwellers, but they actually have to like steal and capture surface dwellers just to keep their country going. Who is that man? His name is Kar Ramses. Karan Ramses. As you know, he's the Gebler commander. Ramses? Ramses. We call him Kar because it's easier. In Solaris, there's an officer training school called Jugend. He became the commander after leaving there. He's a lower level citizen, the same as me. However, with his amazing abilities, after graduating, he rose through the ranks with unparalleled speed. That man had one ideal: to achieve a consolidation. I worked it out! Of all his colleagues, even land dwellers, if they had talent, were brought into the army. So, you two were picked by Ramses? No, we were not picked by him. We aligned ourselves with him. At that time, we agreed with him. At that time, Ramses was our hope. A New Hope, Episode 4. He had high ideals and wanted to change the system of Solaris. To us test subjects and lower level citizens, he was truly all that we wished for. A benefactor? Yes. Even I, a test subject, was changed by his ideals. So why did you leave? So why is it that you wanted to flee from Solaris? We were placed in a key military position by Ramses, and thanks to that, we came to know the relationship between Solaris and the surface dwellers. The lambs, right? Oh, you worked it out, Bart. You've unlocked the special secret language. They're just using lambs for slave labor. They also selected some of us, like me, to be used as subjects in experiments to refine their drugs. Drugs that change people's personalities to make them more aggressive and to draw out their latent abilities. They're using them as human guinea pigs to test their psychological alteration drugs. You guys want to talk about psychological alteration drugs? Xenogears goes places. Human guinea pigs? Experimenting on humans? Yes, for example, Drive. MK Ultra. That drug and all the others like it are used now, are byproducts of human experimentation. However, the role of such experimental subjects was not limited to just that. Why do drugs when you can just mow the why would you do drugs when you can just mow the lawn? Captain. The captain is wise. This drug is something that anyone from the Solarian army can use. Solaris. At least anyone in the Gebler forces who is sent to the surface. You're worried about her, huh? Hold on 1 second.
Hi, I'm Captain America. Whether you're a student or a soldier, there's one thing that will always give you an edge. A hotline.
You're worried about her, huh? Man, I'm ready for a hot lunch, by the way. I think I might. Does Chet Manley want chicken wings or steak for lunch today? I don't know. We'll see how the stream goes. Ellipses. I saw some in her room. No. Ellie's an addict! Anyway, using slaves as guinea pigs, how long are these guys? Or how low are these guys? Down. So, if you remember when the Gebler forces broke into the hideout in their gears, like I couldn't kill them, I could beat them, but then they could just shoot away. It was because they were high on drive. Does Chet want to use his hands for eating or silverware? Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I feel ravenous and I'm just going to dig in with my hand, we're going to get some chicken wings later. But if I want to feel sophisticated, I'll buy... What type of wine do you pair with steak? I need someone far fancier than me to tell me what kind of wine pairs with steak. I think I get most of it. Old Mason, go reserve the town hall for us. We'll finish talking there. I'm going outside to get some air. Ha ha, I rhymed. Ha ha ha, I'm such a clever boy. I know red goes with beef and white goes with fish. It was just like, if you walk into a place and be like, I would like some red wine, please. They're going to laugh at me and they're going to call me a wine noob. And I'm a little bit of a wine noob. Beer. I do have some good beers right now. I'm sure the young master would never have dreamed of such a tale. All right, bye. What? Fate? I guess you already knew. Well, I am the butler, and now that you ask, yes, I did. However, when Sigurd was telling his story, I thought it was best to stay quiet. Please try and help the young master come to terms with all that he has just heard. I'm curious, why would Bart have an issue with it? Oh, this is my favorite song, man. Cabernet? That helps. Oh man, I love this song. So why would Bart struggle with the fact that Sigurd isn't from here? Like, maybe it's just because the why didn't you tell me type aspect of it. Like, why did you have to wait to tell me? But I think Sigurd explained it pretty well. First of all, like, at this point in time, did it really matter? Oh, no. Okay, I get it. I got you. There you are. I was like, he's looking somber over something. It would be because Gebler is the people who are backing Shakan, who is the person who dethroned Bart and stole his kingdom. So Sigurd is attached to that somehow. Or he's from there and just never brought it up. I could see that then. Not a big fan wine, just love steak and booze. Oh man, steak and booze. Titan, you might be selling me on what's gonna happen later. I was a German and I worked for the Nazis. Okay, yeah. I got there in the end. Even though like he abandoned, he left. Like, if you were fighting along someone against the Nazis for a good long while, and then suddenly they were just like, oh yeah, by the way, I was kind of one of them at one point in time, you'd get kind of pissed. Sorry about you. Okay, like when you break it down to the extremes in Cyclo, you are 100% correct. It took me a second to realize it, but yes, that is exactly what's going on with Bart right now. And not so much just like it's Bart's kingdom. Like, Bart is the rightful ruler of that kingdom and he's been dethroned. So I had no idea Sig had such a past. So that is pretty freaking deep. Are you still suspicious of Sigurd? Siggy? Well, I mean, it was just so sudden. I kind of expected to hear something different. Like that we were childhood rivals or something. Oh, hey! That's my least favorite trope in anime. That's one of, like, whenever there's an anime and like he's my greatest friend, but he's also my biggest rival. I hate that trope. I hate it so much. Guppyzar, we were just talking about hateful anime tropes. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Yes, we were knee deep in a pretty pretty when it comes to Xenogears, it definitely like deals with themes that are incredibly deep. And this we've kind of been like dancing around the tip of the iceberg, but this is kind of one of the situations where we just kind of like we peeked under the water and we're like, oh man, wait, hold on, the storytelling in this is actually phenomenal. I mean, it was good, and for the most part, yes, it is fun. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. The thing that with Tactics Ogre that was difficult for me, but I get it, is the level cap. Like, you can't become overpowered by over leveling, because you can only progress to certain levels at certain points in the game until the cap's removed, which to me is cool because it makes it challenging. But also at my accelerated age, sometimes I need to be overpowered to make things easier. So it's not the game's fault. It's more of a me thing. I'm glad it exists. I thoroughly enjoy it. And I know I've got some friends on Twitter. Joey over at the Super RPG Friends just recently finished 100%ing it and getting everything, which to me is just like, oh my gosh, unbelievable what would have to go through to 100% that game. But Xenogears, to break down what just happened, Bard has been dethroned by a man named Shakan and his army. The only reason that Shakan was able to overpower Bart's army is because Shakan was backed by Gebler. And Gebler supplied him with weapons, supplied him with manpower, and basically just completely overpowered Bart and dethroned him and took over his kingdom. So for many years, Bart has been a desert pirate, flying around in his phallic Yggdrasil, and trying to like rebuild to the point where he can finally take his kingdom back from Shakan, but Shakan still has Gebler backing him. And so Bart just found out that there's one of his childhood friends that he's known almost his whole life, Sigurd, and Dr. Yuzuki Satan over there are from Gebler. So they were in Gebler, and they realized that what Gebler does is they believe themselves superior. If this, I personally don't really want to like throw the name out there on stream since I'm the one talking. If you're curious, just kind of scroll back up, because Encyclo had the perfect breakdown of who Gebler resembles when it comes to human experimentation and thinking that they are a superior race and the superior nation, but also and believe in the purity of their race, so not mixing races. So you guys fill in the blanks in between who you think that might mirror in the real world. But when Sigurd and Satan found out as they're going up through the ranks, they're going up through the ranks and of the Gebler forces in the army, and they realize once they get a certain level that what they were doing, because having that purity race thing, it's kind of like also in Harry Potter, which also mirrors the Nazi regime. When you try to keep it pure, your citizenship shrinks down. So since they couldn't maintain with such a small citizenship, that they had to go out and enslave surface dwellers, because the Gebler Solaris is in the sky. So they believe themselves superior in every way to the lambs, the surface dwellers, but they need them, so they enslave them. Once Sigurd and Satan figured that out, they left. They abandoned them. So then Sigurd meets up with Bart. They become childhood friends. Bart gets dethroned, and he's got Sigurd with him the whole time, never knowing that he was Gebler. And now we're dealing with Bart, who is now coming to grips with the fact that one of his childhood friends is actually from the nation of these terrible, terrible people. Heinz 57. When Bart was dethroned, did he say, "Eat my shorts"? He said, "Don't have a cow, man." Never played the PSP version of Tactics Ogre, so it's more like FF. It's a lot like FF Tactics, especially like when your characters go down and you got like 3 turns to res them, or they're gone forever. The ogre battle I'm used to, but the lore is the same. That's cool. It's like super political based, which I thought was fun. Okay, now that I've caught you up, let's help Bart come to grips with what's going on by giving him a super stupid voice. But that's nothing compared to the story he just told us, is it?
So hearing this story has you confused because it's not so simple? There was a time when when he was cooperating with one of Gebler's generals. Furthermore, behind Gebler was a country that you had never even heard of.
Hey, what are you picking on me for?
No, I'm not picking on you or blaming anything on you. What I'm saying is this. If you think about how he feels, then you should see that he could not talk about this with you till now. Looking at the activities of Solaris toward other countries up until now, it has never gone beyond simply maintaining their own empire or self-preservation. As you have seen, their military power is immense, so Sigard was probably thinking ahead. First, he was probably concentrating on taking care of the problems on the continent of Ignis. Once things were settled here, he would give him a stronger foundation to deal with Solaris later, which is a much better plan than rushing straight into war he knew he could not win. Quite logical, really.
Sounds like you understand one another pretty well.
Well, it's not like we are newly acquainted, is it? And we had talked about a lot of things up until he decided to escape from Solaris.
Speaking of that, why did you leave? That Ramses guy was supposed to be a star of hope or something, wasn't he? Ramses is a guy we just kicked the crap out of not that long ago. He looks super cool.
Yes, I certainly thought so at first. But then I realized that his way of thinking really was not that much of a change from the previous system. Basically, the only difference was whether they stressed people's rank and class or their skill.
Ah, caste system. Yes, you guys want to talk about caste systems? Well, we're gonna.
The words had changed, but it was still no different from what Solaris itself had been doing until then. He had no intentions of bringing everyone a better way of life.
In other words, he's an elitist. I don't think I like him much either. So, Satan, you think you can beat Gebler?
Why? Are you planning on fighting him?
As long as they're working with Shakan, there's no way around it. The way things are going, I almost read a Shakira, and I should have. In fact, I'm going to from now on. The way things are going, I'm sure we'll have to fight them sooner or later.
I suppose so, but even if we're to defeat the Gebler forces here, there's still Solaris to deal with. If we are not careful, it's possible that we may get involved in a larger war than that with Shakira. Do you not agree with continuing the way we've been going is rather hard on everyone? The bad read? I think it's time we try to get help from a greater number of people.
Well, I gotta go adult for a while. Have a great stream. Thank you so much, Guppy, for the raid. And please, again, if you guys aren't following... What's up, Sir Mac? Welcome back. Happy Saturday to you as well. If you guys aren't following Guppyzar, go give him a follow. He likes to listen to old school jazz, which was what was going on today. Show off his guppies and play video games. It's a pretty cool setup. So defeating Shakira is not going to get rid of the likes of Gebler? No, of course not. I know what you're trying to say. To vanquish Gebler, first gain the throne, or thy throne, right?
You could put it that way.
What do you mean, you could put it that way? But then again, maybe it is time I did something about that. Time to get my throne back, baby.